What's up, you guys? My name's Kiana and welcome to my channel. So in today's video, I'm doing a houseplant tour. I have a ton of houseplants. I really am obsessed with them. I don't know. I just, like, before quarantine, maybe last November to January, I got like a couple of houseplants, and then ever since I've been stuck at home, you know, just like everybody else, I have loved having them around me. Taking care of them makes me feel like a good person. I like seeing them grow and get new leaves. So today I'm gonna show you guys all of the plants that I have. I think I have like 20-ish houseplants, and I just got a new one today, so that's cool. All of my plants are named after characters of shows that I am watching around the time that I get them. So yeah, I'm also going to try to pronounce their names if I can. If I mess it up, I'm really sorry. They're just kind of hard. So yeah, let's get started. I got a new plant today. Went to the nursery. I went to 2 nurseries today, and I ended up getting this little baby right here. Very cute. It's so small. It was only $6.50. So this is a Peperomia obtusifolia variegata, because it has like the variegation on it. It's like a baby rubber plant, I think is what they're called, and it's so cute. Look how tiny this leaf is. And then it also has another like growth point, new leaf coming in right there, and then there's a new leaf at the bottom. So I was like, I'm gonna get that one because it's small, probably cheap, but it's growing, it's healthy, and it's growing. Because look, this leaf right here had a little bit of damage too. It's whatever, I'm okay with that. Pixie just jumped on a shelf. But anyway, that's one of the plants I got. Let's keep going. Okay, so this is my Philodendron Brazil. Her name is Amy. I was watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine when I got her. I'm still watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine. But yeah, I really like the coloring on the leaves of this plant. Super pretty and gorgeous and cool to me. She's huge. I think I spent around 40 bucks on this plant, and I just keep her hanging on this wall. I made this hanger myself, and she hangs here between this east facing window and south facing window. So yeah, there's Amy. She's really cute. I already took a cutting from her that I'm propagating, but I'll do a separate video on that in the future. Moving right along to my pride and joy, this is Suki from Avatar: The Last Airbender. If you don't know, she is my beautiful MONSTERA DELICIOSA, and she just loves it here. Well, Pixie's being cranky, but whatever. She just really loves it here. She put out these 3 gorgeous new leaves for me recently. If you hear my floor creaking, I'm sorry. But then if you take a little look, she also has another new leaf coming in. And I recently took a cutting from this plant for a friend. And that cutting is thriving and starting to root as well. But yeah, isn't she beautiful? Such a big plant. And she's on this little stand. I really love her. Monsteras are one of the most popular little house plants, and I highly recommend getting one. She's really easy to take care of. I water about once a week or whenever I think she needs it. I just check the soil with my finger, and that's about it for this plant. I'll do a more detailed like plant care video in the future maybe. Okay, so here we have a Dieffenbachia. This plant's name is Riley from the Boondocks, and she got some little leaf damage, or he got some little leaf damage. The cats were chewing on him, so I moved him because Dieffenbachias are not pet safe. Something to do with the sap in the stem. So it's like okay that they chewed on the leaf, but I still moved the plant. But yeah, look, there's a couple new leaves coming in, and I really love this plant. I got this plant at Aldi for probably $3, and it took me months to figure out what it was because it was labeled as tropical foliage. So Riley and Huey, who I'm about to show you, both plants that I got at Aldi, could not figure out what they were for the longest time. I just kept looking up different pictures of plants, and finally a few months later figured out what they were. So that's a Dieffenbachia, and then Huey, who's over here, is a Dracaena, I think. I'm not sure. He's kind of dusty, but I really like this plant. The foliage is so unique to me. It does not look real. Like, these leaves look fake, but it's definitely a real plant. Got a new leaf coming in right there. I'm amazed by him. I don't water him very often either. Maybe like once every 2 weeks, and he's still doing fine. Very big plant. He used to be on one of these lower shelves. Look at all this extra yarn from making hangers, whatever. He used to be on one of these lower shelves, but I had to move him because he just fluffed out a lot. So yeah, he's looking kind of sad, but that's Huey. Now we're getting to my most prized favorite area in the house. This is like my closet area. My room doesn't have an official closet. I just have an open closet. So I have a lot of houseplants on these shelves to kind of make it look nicer. And we'll start up here with my golden pothos. This is Louise, also from Bob's Burgers. This pothos I took some cuttings from already, and I might take some cuttings from this vine right here just so it's evened out and it'll grow down at a consistent rate, because right now this one's way longer. Behind Louise we have my snake plants. Their names are Bellatrix and Draco. They used to be separated, but I put them together in this pot because I had them in a longer pot and they were separated into 2 pieces. But then my cats kept climbing into that box on my windowsill and ruining them, and they kind of chewed on them a little bit. But this plant is still alive, so I put it in one pot. I'm still gonna have separate names for them though. These 2 plants are some of my easiest to take care of. Snake plants, you can forget about them and they're fine. Just water them when you remember that they're there. And then with the pothos, it'll really show you if it wants water. Like, mine gets so droopy and sad and dramatic looking, and then I water it and it's perfectly fine and it's back to normal and perky like this. So yeah, that's those 2 plants. Down here I have a Bella Palm. This is Linda. I got Linda the same day that I got Louise. But yeah, this is also really easy to take care of. The cat's kind of like chewed on this one a little bit, but I still think it's really pretty, and it's doing fine. Other than that, like, it's got new growth and these leaves are getting really big. When I got this plant, it was all around this tall, and now it's got some pieces that are just really, you know, sprouting out. So down here I have a little aloe plant in here. His name is Kevin. He gets stepped on a little bit when the cats like climb on this shelf back here. This is all behind like my bed frame. But yeah, so Kevin, I don't know, he's like alive, but he's not really thriving. I don't know how to help him better, help him grow faster or be happier here, but whatever. He's got some new growth, so that's good. I didn't notice that before. So maybe I'm doing something right. I don't know. I want him to be a little sturdier, just because some of his like leaves or whatever these are called on aloe plants, some of these back here just like bend so much, and I feel like maybe he should hold his shape a little bit better. And then these 2 plants, this right here is super cool. I love the leaves on this plant. This is a Calathea medallion. I don't have a name for it yet. I feel like I did at some point and then I forgot it already. But I wasn't really sure if this plant would stick around because it just is like the most dramatic plant I own. Definitely not great for beginners. It gets so droopy and sad. I just potted it up and I think it's liking the new pot. But I love this plant and the one I'm going to show you next because of the color underneath their leaves. It's like a purplish burgundy color. So cool, and the pattern on the top just makes the plant not even look real. Same thing with this plant right here. This is an African mask. I think it's an alocasia. I don't remember. I'll put the name on the screen. But yeah, look at the coloring underneath these leaves. So cool. Up top, we have my Hoya Crimson Princess, I think. Hoya tricolor. This plant, I haven't seen a lot of like growth in terms of like length of the stems after I took cuttings once, but the leaves that it has have been growing, so I hope that means sometime soon we'll see some new growth. Like, look at this little baby leaf, and then now I'm noticing this one right here. I don't know if you can see that, but it's a little tiny leaf. So hopefully that means the plant will start thriving again. I like the variegation on this one, very cool to me. And then if the plant is super healthy and getting a lot of light, it has these reddish stems, but then it'll also have some reddish pink in the leaves where all of this white is, so that's cool. Lastly, we have Lana Banana, and she's a Scindaptus pictus, or a silver pothos, but she's not really a pothos. This plant, when I got it, I repotted it just because it wasn't very happy, and it like fell apart. All of the soil fell off, all the roots, and then it was 4 different pieces, so I thought it was gonna die. But no, she's also thriving. Look at all these new leaves. She grows the fastest out of any of my plants. Like, this leaf isn't even done unfurling, and there's a new one coming out right here. That's so crazy to me. So yeah, definitely one of my favorite finds and very easy to take care of. Love her so much. Alright, you guys, so that is a tour of all of my houseplants. I do have a plant downstairs that I didn't show in the video, but that's because I'm making another video about her. Her name is Rosa. She's a fiddly fig, and I bought her with some issues, and I'm trying to like revive her, so be on the lookout for that video in a few weeks. Other than that, that's all the plants that I have shoved into my tiny little apartment room because I don't want to take up too much space in the house and be annoying about my houseplants. So yeah, I hope one day that I can have them all over the place and just have like 100 plants in my house. We'll see about that. I can do another video on like easy houseplants to take care of, and then houseplant care tips. So let me know if you guys want to see those in the future. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Got to learn about some new plants. Let me know in the comments if you have any houseplants that you really love or recommend that I should get. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!